Let's create some responsive navigation, and that means on desktop, you'll see one format of the navigation, and as the page shrinks on down, maybe the navigation elements will change in size until you hit mobile, where the hamburger menu will pop up. How would this be accomplished? Media queries, of course. This is the page structure, and in the description, you'll see links to previous videos that covered this. We're going to be creating a top of page with a logo and nav bar, and also in the description, you'll see links to the same videos where this was already covered. Let me go over what's happening here. There's this top of page, which you could consider the hero area, the place where navigation and logos and search bars exist. The containers within this top of page section of your website will be a logo area and a nav bar. The logo nav bar live side by side, just like in the previous videos. I define within the navigation bar, between this div and that slash div, the navigation element. And each navigation element is an anchor tag with a word being displayed and href leading to which page will be clicked on in order to see that word. Let me hide this for now. We'll get to that in a few moments. And each one has a div surrounding it from div to slash div with a class of nav. And the reason I'm doing it this way, you may have noticed that when you use responsive design on your navigation, sometimes longer words in navigation, like instead of more, it could be more about our lovely products. This might not stack the way you want it to. So by having everything in a div container, it gives us another styling option to be able to contain that text during responsiveness of designs. Let's take a look at the styling. This is the top of page, which is a flex box, and that means the items within the flex box, such as the logo and nav bar, those are the two main items, will be displayed in a row. Without wrapping, items will align vertically, and they will align towards the left from the flex start. And I gave an overall height of 100 pixels to this top bar area with a background color of light gray. The nav bar is also a flex box, and it's the same code, styling code, as this one, except I added flex grow, and grow means take up as much room as possible when it's at 1. Why did I do it this way? I know I want extra containers around there, and that's not the reason. The divs with the nav class aren't the reason why I had to define a flex box within a flex box as a definition. The reason for defining flex box on the nav bar level is because I want help to be flush to the right side. Let's take a look at the page as is right now. Let me hit refresh, and this is our page. Now, if I didn't have this, let me just delete all this. So my nav bar class is empty. Going back to this page, hitting refresh. Oh, it stacks like this. Well, we could fix that by defining the nav elements themselves as display inline block. Everything's cool again, like this. And this is fine. I didn't have to define display of the nav bars as a flex box. Let me undo this. So my nav is back to panning to the right 50 pixels. And within the nav bar, the display is flex box. And these two things will have the same result, except for the little padding part. All right, so why did I do this? It's because I want help to be all the way on the right side. One way to do that would be, much like with the logo, I create outside of this nav bar one more element just like the logo, but on the other side of the nav bar, right down here, and I put the help navigation in there. But if I do that, it's not balancing what nav bar's purpose is, because nav bar's purpose is to contain all the navigation. So even though functionally it would be correct, it might not be totally correct for what we're trying to do. Or it could be. Depends upon how you see your site. Let me show you what I want to do. I want to have this navigation to the right side, just to help. I'll go to this div that contains the anchor tag for the help. And I'll add in that class, nav right. Make this nav all the way to the right side. When I press refresh, that's what I want. Why would I want to do this visually? Well, help is a very important topic on websites and contact sometimes. And also, this could separate the function of maybe home more and about and contact. That's all about your mission statement, the products you're selling, and I can add a few more visually. But when someone needs help, I want the user to be quickly able to find help. And so that's a good reason to put help on this side. But maybe it should be help and contact, or maybe it's about contact and help all go on the right side, and then home more, and then a bunch of products off on the left side. These are the actions and transactions I want to happen off on the left side. Easy to see because you scan the web page like this. So it's easy to see I want people to buy my products. And when I need help or contact or about, that's all on the other side. More of the back end of the website communication. I could just easily move this class to the about section, and then everything from about to help, so about, contact, and help, will move off to the right side. Refresh. So now I split the navigation. On a larger site with many products, that might make sense. Here's the customer service, that in-person contact area, and these are the transactions of the website. I just liked it a little better when it was like this. A clear help, letting viewers know help is just an easily defined menu click away right here. So to review this, I have this nav bar, and this nav bar and logo are part of the flex display of this top of page, and that's defined right here in the style CSS, top of page display flex. But also I have this display of flex on the nav bar because some items within the nav bar I want to take advantage of Flexbox CSS. Now that I have the navigation of the site working, I want to go into displaying mobile navigation. When I get to this point, I no longer want to see my full navigation bar. I want to see a hamburger menu instead. And then when my website expands again, I want to go back to my full menu. And then later, we'll decide as you go through the various widths of the website, maybe you want to tweak the appearance of your navigation. The next step is to get mobile navigation working on mobile screen sizes.